I'm Sophia with Garden State Film Festival, and I am here with the winners of the movie music competition for Best Country Song, Night Skies. It is composed for the short film Dismissal Time. Here with us is Andre Joseph, the writer, director, and producer of the film Dismissal Time. And we did have the Pooge, whose video just went away, unfortunately. Hopefully he comes back, but he was the composer and performer for Night Skies. Hopefully we get Pooge back. Yeah, Andre, how you doing?
Yes. I'm doing well today. How you doing?
Hi. I'm doing well. I'm doing well. Sorry, there's a bit of a lag, so sorry if I'm gonna step on any of your words, but we'll try to hang in on this. So, can you start by telling us a little bit about Night Skies, which is the music on your film?
Yeah, so Night Skies came about because with my film Dismissal Time, it's loosely based on true events that happened to me when I was in high school. I was a subject of a situation where I was cyberbullied over my race, which was a result of a girl that I liked that wasn't of my race. And basically it kind of got to a difficult situation in my time, and I suppressed it for a long time until the murder of George Floyd, the protests that happened during 2020, and I had to write this movie Dismissal Time to kind of get my feelings out, to tell my story of what happened to me in high school. And we had a great shoot. Everybody was fantastic in the film, and I knew I wanted a distinct kind of score, which is why I went to my longtime friend Matt Hackett, who had done some music for me on my past films. And as we were scoring the film, I told him, I want a song for the end credits, because we have like this montage of clips of similar incidents that have happened that were racially motivated bullying incidents. And I wanted something with vocals in it. So he suggested the Pooge to work with him on the track. And, the first pass we had at it didn't have really any lyrics other than the chorus. And I told him, well, I want something more like Donny Hathaway, or something a little bit more soulful. Not exact, because I never impose how I want my music to sound, but I want something that has a feeling that evokes this idea of bringing light to the darkness. And so Pooch and Matt went back, they re-recorded the song and put lyrics to it. And once I heard it, I said, this is it. This makes me feel something. This gives the right effect that the movie needs to punctuate the points that I want to have come across. And I think they did an amazing job. And, I have to thank the Garden State Film Festival for this honor, because it was unexpected, but also for these guys who put in the hard work into this track. It really did make a big difference in our film.
Wow. Andre, thank you so much. And what a tragic story that you had to go through in your life. But thank you to film for people being able to tell their stories. That's what I love about film. So I really would love to see Dismissal Time. But the Pooge, how do you feel about being on Dismissal Time? How did you feel when Matt Hackett came to you wanting to put you on this? Like, tell me about your experience.
I definitely had a great deal of situations like this growing up as a kid, because I'd moved around a lot, went to a lot of different public schools. Though when I went, it was early 90s, so it was a different kind of situation. But it was very easily for me to have a super visceral connection with the subject matter, and also like that Andre's trying to sort of bring this new sort of shape of it to light and sort of like dispel all of it that's happening. And the way that the film is done, the way that like the administration, the teachers, everybody's all kind of together, is exactly what I experienced. It was really easy to connect with that. And I've been working with Matt Hackett for many years, so that was really easy too. The only difficult thing was, like, I think that the point of making a movie like this and talking about these sort of things is to change it for the better. So it was kind of difficult to try and make it not overly depressing or angry or anything like that. But Andre gave really good direction, and I think it came out really great, especially for the time period and all that,
Wow. So how long did it take you guys? Because I know that you had one crack at it and it wasn't exactly there, so you had to go back and re-record it. How long did the process take to write Night Skies?
I guess, I mean, it was we're going back and forth over the internet, so it was probably, I think, like, what was it, like 3 weeks until I feel like it was done-ish, maybe. But also,
Yeah, roughly 3 4 weeks.
yeah, But I custom made the track for Andre, so we definitely like I sent him initial stuff with no vocals, like you said, just to make sure that we're kind of going in the right place. He sent me a bunch of awesome reference material to kind of listen to and get the sort of ballad vibe, because you can go all sorts of ways with that, from Celine Dion to who knows what, and like I'm definitely not going to be belting out those long notes, so it's good to get the vibe together.
Yeah,
And,
that's something. No, I mean, is that something we can talk about? What were some of the inspirations behind Night Skies? What were some of the references that you sent to the Pooch?
There's a few that stood out. There was Black Butterfly by Denise Williams, which anytime I feel kind of down, that's something I always listen to. There were a number of Donny Hathaway songs, and I'm trying to think now. I know there were a few that I had sent him. But yeah, a lot of like 70s and 80s ballads, and I didn't want it to be mushy. I didn't want like the big 80s power ballad kind of deal. This wasn't Breakfast Club, but I definitely wanted something that was going to punctuate and also fit the tone of the movie, because we try to be too preachy about it. My whole approach to it was, this is not a Lifetime made for TV movie. Like, this was supposed to be kind of gritty and raw in my view, because that's the feeling that I had when I went through my situation, and I evoked that through the actors' performances and through the cinematography. So these were things that I kind of like relayed to Matt and to the Pooch to try to emulate, and not do something that was overly sentimental, but got to this point of feeling like you're caught in darkness and you just need that extra hand to tell you it's going to be okay. I have your side.
Wow. Wow, amazing. And it's so phenomenal that music can tell that, like everything you just said is encompassed in, of course, the film, but in music. So I'd love to hear from you guys. Like, why do you think music is so important in film? Like the Pooch, first from you, why did you get started in composing music for film? What's the importance of music?
Oh, it really make or breaks everything for me so far as television and movies go. I can't even watch TV shows with bad soundtracks. It makes me upset. It's such a long lineage of scoring stuff too, that like I have a real obsession with Bernard Herrmann, who worked a lot with Hitchcock and Orson Welles, and I've remixed a bunch of his original soundtracks. And like, he basically started off suspense and that whole drama and everything, but now we've gone to a whole new different ways. But I mean, so far as I'm sure Andre will chime in on this, but like, so far as filmmaking goes, I feel like the soundtrack, the sound design of things will totally make or break your scene or your movie or whatever's going on.
Absolutely. Andre, you want to chime in on that?
Absolutely. He's 100% correct. And for me, like, I started as editing my own films when I was a lot younger, and watching old episodes of Miami Vice or New York Undercover, and the way that they use pop music to be the undertone of like a dramatic scene or something that was like kind of romantic. Those were things I was always trying to like do with my work, was to find the right songs or the right film scores to add that I thought would actually elevate what I had on the screen for whatever limited resource that I was working with. And certainly music can take you back to a certain time. It could evoke feelings and emotions that sometimes maybe don't come across through the performances. And more importantly, it may even tell you something that's happening on screen that maybe the actors don't know when they're on screen, but the audience kind of going on when there's tension, when there's something terrible happen. So those things are certainly important in any film that you do.
Absolutely. And how does it feel for you guys to win the best country songs in the movie music competition category? Were you expecting this? Like, how are we feeling?
I totally was expecting it. I knew the whole time we were going to win. When Andre had me do the second revision, I go, "We're going to win. Okay, buddy? This is a winning track right now, and we're a winning team."
Manifesting at its finest.
Mm-hmm.
Are you serious? Or
Yeah,
did you really
I gotta
not
admit,
expect
I
to win?
was.
We're serious? We really knew we were
I
going
was
to win?
surprised.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I was super surprised.
I mean, I certainly
think
didn't know it
it's
was going to be country.
Right.
I was born in Nashville, Tennessee, so I could be considered a country artist depending on, your definition of that.
Well, it's interesting because I was never a huge fan of country music, but I know that country has so many different stages. Like country 30 years ago is not the same as, I guess, country now. So like you guys are saying, do you, like the Pooch, do you consider yourself like a country artist, even though some people might? Do you?
I guess more than a techno artist, but not really because I don't intentionally do it. But I mean, I play in a blues rock band, and blues and country are kind of sort of have similar vibes to them.
Right.
There's a lot of country artists that I really respect and love. I'm not like, I don't know. I don't own a Stetson hat, and I don't have cowboy boots. But
Yeah.
I'm
So
down
you're
to go to the
not a country
hoedown, and
artist.
I can do the square dancing and stuff. But like that's pretty much where it ends.
Yeah. But
Unfortunately.
without cowboy boots, no. You're right. So Andre, you were not expecting this. You didn't expect to win Best Country Song, but yeah, how does it feel to win?
I'm still happy regardless. And look, I mean, I'm not even biased to the country. Willie Nelson, Alabama, Lionel Richie recorded a country album. So, I have no qualms about it. I even tried to do a Western, which I hope to do one day, would have some of those elements in there. But I'm just happy, even though that the film's not being shown at the festival this year, I'm just happy that these guys are getting recognized for this particular track because they definitely put their heart and soul into it and should be recognized for that. And I think, on its own, it's a fantastic track just to listen to and to kind of lay back, maybe have those feelings if you're down or feel like, you're kind of caught in a corner. This is a song that, in a sense, is kind of uplifting in a very unique kind of perspective. So as long as they're getting the recognition, that's all I care about. And it's actually a good win for the film overall.
Absolutely. I mean, hopefully it brings eyes to the film as well. Like, is there any place we can see Dismissal Time? I know you said before the interview started that it's going around the festival run, but where can we see it? Or even after it's done with the festival run, are you going to put it on any platforms?
We plan to eventually, because we have some festivals pending, we can't have it out publicly at the moment.
Right.
But if you go to our link tree, which is AJEPYX Dismissal Time, you'll find all of our social media links you can follow or go to and subscribe to our website. You'll get all the updates there for where you can see the film when we have festival updates and things like that. So definitely follow those to find out all the news.
Perfect. Thank you for that. And the Pooj, where can we see some more of your music?
All over. I've got stuff on Spotify, Bandcamp, SoundCloud, Mixcloud, YouTube. If you go to Woven Cup Sorcery, that's my production company, and pretty much you'll find links from everything from there.
Cool. And last question for you. Have you worked with, I wanted to ask this earlier, have you worked with Matthew Hackett before?
I had. He and I worked together actually in the film industry in New York, and we've traded back a couple of tracks since I moved down here 10 years ago. He did a drum and bass track it's online somewhere if you search Matt Hackett, and he plays guitar in it. It's really good. We just gelled really well together,
Awesome. Well, I'm so happy that you guys were able to make something again, and congratulations on the win. Very well deserved. I hope you guys are so proud. I know, Andre, we spoke earlier. You're going to be at the award ceremony at the Garden State Film Festival, right?
Yeah, I'll be there for the award ceremony and probably for the opening night.
Oh, lovely. So hopefully I get to see you there. Pooj, will you be able to make it? I know you're in New Orleans, so maybe not.
I don't know. I'm trying to make it happen. We'll see. Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. All right. Well, if I do see you there, that'll be such an honor to meet you guys. Everyone, you can get tickets to the Garden State Film Festival at www.gsff.org. You can get day passes, the Parkway Pass, which will get you into all the screenings, the Friday night gala, and you can get a ticket to the award ceremony and maybe meet Andre and see them get their win. Thank you, guys. Congratulations. It's been a pleasure talking to you today.
Good to see you.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Bye.